Hello everybody, nice to see you again on Sound Extreme channel. The review clip video for car audio product now ready to present to all of you. Today I would like to present about the multi-channel amplifier review. Our section will be present to about the 5-channel amplifier from HARMOTECH. The model number is M5. Before starting the review, I would like to briefing up about the profile of the HARMOTECH. HARMOTECH has established by the Thailand people. This has coming and were born from the car audio competition. HARMOTECH was successful for the car audio competition in Thailand. HARMOTECH can got them so many trophies, at least 100 to the 200 trophy in Thailand. After HARMOTECH has successful for the car audio competition, HARMOTECH has expanded the market by use the strategy by lead with the car audio competition. HARMOTECH has entered to the Asian market, to the Malaysia, Singapore, and to the Philippines and another country in Southeast Asia. After HARMOTECH has entered to another country in the Southeast Asia, the marketing strategy had to be focused to the car audio competition. So, in another country, after HARMOTECH has been entered the car audio competition that were also successful, like in Thailand. After HARMOTECH has been well known in Southeast Asia, like Thailand, so HARMOTECH has been expanded to another region in the world, just like to the Japan, just like to the Europe, and also will be popular and accept from the consumer. Because of the philosophy of the HARMOTECH has been focused for the high quality of the product and keep the high technology to focus for the purity of the sound and audiophile sound to the consumer, to the car audio competition. Nowadays, HARMOTECH is very well known around the world and accept from the consumer like the high-end car audio product. About the M series, M series has been launched after HARMOTECH has successful in the H series amplifier, the top end of the amplifier from HARMOTECH. And after that, when HARMOTECH has been launched the M series has a target group to the car audio enthusiasts or the consumer who want to use the high-end car audio product but in the reasonable price. So for the M series for the first gen has the stereo and the multi-channel in another model, just like the M4 or the M2, and the M5 is the new one. What is the different thing from M5 compared with another model in the M series? The M5 has the design with a small size, the compact dimension for use in the car who want to have the usability space, more space, and less of the consume of the space to install this amplifier. And it had a 5-channel amplifier. For the specification, the power output in the channel 1 to 4 just allow the 85 watt by 4 at 4 ohm and 130 watt by 4 at 2 ohm. That means this amplifier channel will be handle the lowest impedance at 2 ohm. So in the mono block of the channel 5, we'll have the 350 watt by 1 at 4 ohm and can reaching up 525 watt at 2 ohm. So the highlight of this amplifier also have the high precision of the electronic crossover network. For the channel 5, we have the low pass filter. It can control the frequency point from the 50 Hz to the 150 Hz, and the channel 1 and 2 can handle about the 50 Hz to the 3 kHz and can be configured in the low pass, high pass, and the full length. So in the channel 3 and 4 can handle with the 50 Hz to the 3 kHz, look like the bandpass frequency. And another specification for this amplifier is the damping factor. The damping factor from the manufacturing claim that it has a more than 300. For this number will be reflect the high performance of the ability to be breaking up the cone and to showing up about the performance of the attack and decay. So this is the first view of the HARMOTECH M5. Next session I just briefing up about the dimension, about the body and another control function for M5. For the dimension of M5, you will see on the display. The M5 is come with the nearly square shape of the body. The body had made of the die-cast aluminum, and in the edge we will have to be curved for the design and with nice design. On the top, you will see the heatsink in the left and the back corner. And so on the middle, we will have the logo plate, a big size, it made of aluminum, thick aluminum. So about the surface of the body has been anodized in the titanium color, look like the gray color. So about the plate, we have the HARMOTECH and the philosophy through audiophile. I also have the H logo, is the symbol of the HARMOTECH and the model number M5. And every logo will be bringing up in the blue color when you feeding the voltage or when this amplifier is operated. So this side you will see about the connector. On the left, this is the speaker connector for the channel 1 to channel 4. And on the middle, this is a channel 5, the monoblock. And on the right is the power connector. Overall of the connector made of the golden plate of the terminal to prevent about the oxide for the surface and to be conduct the voltage and the current very well. And you will see the cover plate of the thick aluminum that would be fixed on this side and another side to make it up and cosmetic to be nice and very strong to support about the rigidity of the body. So the opposite side I will show you. This is the control panel for the 5-channel amplifier and the input. On the right corner, you will see the RCA input or the line input for the 5-channel amplifier. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this channel 5. And the control panel. The control panel for the channel 1 and 2 will have the one set of the control panel. And channel 3 and 4 also have one set. And channel 5 has an independent control panel. This one is a channel 5. You will have the RJ connector to feeding up to the wire remote control. For the sub bass, you will have the gain control. You will have the mode of the electronic crossover network and frequency point. And channel 1 and 2, you could be select the mode of the electronic crossover network, just like the high pass, low pass, and full length. But in the channel 3 and 4, you can choose to the two combination, just like the low pass and high pass, look like the band pass filter. That will be make the perfect of the M5 for the usability. So next session, I just show you about the internal structure and the circuit design. This is internal structure of the HARMOTECH M5. You will see the onboard structure. The design for the M5, HARMOTECH has a focus for prevent the RFI or the noise from the another wiring. So every component and every section will be installed and fixed up on the PCB. The PCB had made of the glass epoxy for the good conductivity of voltage and electric current, and has a double size dual layer in the plate through hole PCB that's mostly used in the high performance and high end amplifier. So about the structure, this position will be used for fix the transistor output and the MOSFET in the power supply, cause of it can radiate the heat from this component to the top of the heatsink very well. So further, I will starting to show you about the detail of the power supply. This is the power supply section. The power supply will be used the switching power supply for the input when you feeding the power cable, that we will have the LC filter. The L is made of the toroidal coil on the ferrite core, and the capacitor that we use a electrolytic capacitor special design from HARMOTECH. The capacity just allow the 3335 volts T item to be filter the ripple, to be filter some noise in the voltage, and after that the switching coil will be working properly with the switching generator circuit. The generator is used TL494, the very well and very popular number of the switching chip, and working with the power MOSFET and the transistor here. Where the voltage output will be filtered with the capacitor bank. If we have 4 items of the 3300 microfarad 35 volt and the 1000 microfarad 100 volt for the 6 item. So about the amplifier circuit, in the channel 1 and channel 4 has used the full Class D full length. The new generation of the Class D full length can be showing up about the high performance of the power output and still have the sound quality looks like the audiophile quality. And the channel 5 will be used the Class D monoblock to be feeding the power to the subwoofer. And the input section had been separated into 2 parts. On the small side PCB, this is the control for the channel 5 for the subwoofer. The core competency would be used the op-amp chip, the TL022 on this chip, but the control panel of the channel 1 to channel 4 is installed on the main board under the subboard, just like use the TL072, also looks like the channel 5. That is the overall of the internal structure for M5. In my opinion, I think that this will reflect of the high innovative, high technology, and high performance. And the review, I just talking to all of you in the next session. For the review, when I got this amplifier from the distributor from CH Media Company Limited, so I would like to thank you CH Media for offer this amplifier to our team to review. Okay, for the review, after I have got this item, this item is come with a new one. So for the standard of our review procedure, we would have the running in period for prepare this amplifier ready to review. So I has used around 20 hours for the running in this amplifier. The reference system that I use, I have setting up in the 2 conditions. Condition 1, I use for the full length review by using channel 1 and 2 to be drive in the full length. And condition 2, I have setting up this amplifier in the biamp configuration. Channel 1 and 2 setting up to the high pass, and channel 5 will be setting up the low pass to be working properly. For the first step in the condition 1, I mentioned for this amplifier should be contribute the huge of the power output. So when the review, I can got that the power output from the channel 1 and 2 has a good impact, has the good attack that can be show the outstanding performance for the high off damping factor. For the specification that I told before, just around more than 300, that will be reflect very clearly. You can accept and can perceive the huge of the mid bass, very tight and very good impact. So about the tonal accuracy in the mid length and the high frequency has a very quick response for the transient frequency, and the styling, the sound just so a little bit bright and a little bit transparency. That is a new trend of a Class D full length amplifier circuit. So when I listen with the many style of the music, just like the pop music, just like the orchestra music, the channel 1 and 2 could be done the great job. Can we show the outstanding performance of the power output and the good tonal accuracy. The mid bass is good, but the sub bass is so-so. And the feeling when I listen it, I feel like that it has the more emotion to be the listener. So when switch to the condition 2 in the biamp, I very appreciate because of the channel 5 of this amplifier can show the outstanding performance, has a huge of the power output. In my opinion, if you use this amplifier in the biamp configuration for the daily use, it can answer your demand. Because of the channel 5 will have the more power output, is transfer the very tight of the bass and had a good sub bass. So about the mid length and high frequency, the mid length can be seamless with the mid bass. So the overall of the mid length and high frequency has a good sound. It has the style for the bright and transparency. If you want to listen this amplifier with the chamber music, orchestra music, or the pop music, I think this amplifier can be support in the well done and had a good sound quality. About the Class D full length amplifier circuit, can be show the performance. It had a good sound, but sometimes the tonal and looks like to be addressed in the mid high, but when listen in the overall spectrum balance, you will feel like that this amplifier can respond the all of the frequency band. Sometimes if we have the bright sound and the good tonal accuracy, I think so. That's overall is okay. Okay, for the conclusion, if my comment to the HARMOTECH M5, this is the high performance amplifier. We have the 5 channel. You have the flexible to use many combination in your cardo system, and has a good performance for the power output, and the sound quality is quite good when compared with another Class D full length amplifier. HARMOTECH M5 has a good sound. Finally, if you want to see and to watch about the review clip video, you can access to my channel on the YouTube at www.youtube.com/soundextreme. And if you want to read the fully article in the bilingual in Thai and English, you can access directly to my website at www.soundextreme.com. And if you want to follow us on the social, you can press like on my fan page www.facebook.com/soundextreme. Hope you appreciate and enjoy with our review clip video. See you next time. Bye bye.